So today we're going to be talking about persuasion. Why are we talking about persuasion? What are we trying to do? We're trying to manipulate people. We love manipulating people. I'm just kidding. Don't take me too serious, okay?
接着奏乐，接着舞。
But essentially, it's like this. I was speaking to a few friends, and there's something very interesting that they brought to my attention about their partners, right? So your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, this whole thing, right? The question that was brought to my attention is, how do you get your significant other, your partner, to do something that you actually want them to do, like right away? Or how do you get them to break certain bad habits? Let's say, like, if your partner smokes indoors at home, that can be very problematic. Or if they're not pulling their weight or supporting you in the household. Or maybe they often do something that you just really don't like, that really bothers you, and you tell them that it bothers you, and they acknowledge it, they stop for that moment, but then they keep on doing it. So this is the main idea of the conversation today in terms of persuasion, in terms of talking about persuasion. It's one side personal, but it's also on the other side business, right? If you learn how to be persuasive, it does help you in your personal life. It does help you with your friends, with your family members, this kind of thing. But it can also help you in business. Just like a salesperson, being able to be persuasive and getting people to do something that you want them to do is a very useful skill. So let's break it down. The first part is common problems when trying to persuade others. People feel attacked. They think you're judging them or telling them they are wrong. So this is the first thing that we need to pay attention to, guys, is that when you do ask someone to do something, or when you do tell someone to do something, the instinct, it almost instinctively, right? It's like there's a trigger in your head that is like, oh, this person is bossing me around. They're telling me what to do. I don't like people telling me what to do. I know what I need to do, right? I'm not stupid. Why are you telling me what to do? In reality, that is not the intention, right? If you are talking to a family member or a friend or a colleague and you're telling them, hey, you should do this thing or you should do that, usually it doesn't come from a bad place. It usually comes from a good place, right? We do want to be supportive or helpful in some way. I think a good example of this is when we're talking about parents and their kids, right? A lot of the times, your parents or you as a parent, you want to give advice and you want to tell your kids, hey, you shouldn't do this thing or you shouldn't do that thing, or you should follow this career or study harder for this thing. Whatever your suggestion is or your parent's suggestion is, maybe who you should marry or who you should be dating, right? These kind of things. It's not a matter of your parents trying to control you. Usually, it is a matter of your parents trying to help you or lead you into the right direction, guide you into the correct path, let's say, according to them. So far, so good, right? We're on the same track. Now, that's all fine and well. But one thing that we need to understand is that when we give those ideas, when we give those suggestions or that direction, internally, most of us feel that we're being told what to do, that we're being bossed around, or that we're being ordered around. So tell me, when someone tells you to do something or how to do something, how do you feel? Do you usually feel it comes from a good place and it's helpful? Or do you usually feel, oh, this person's being mean or this person's being bossy? What is your first instinct in your head? So as long as we acknowledge and understand that when we tell another person what to do, they will usually take that the wrong way. There's going to be a little bit of resistance or resentment, some pushback. So that's one thing that we need to keep in mind when we're talking about learning to be more persuasive, is that giving orders to people doesn't usually help. It doesn't usually work because of how we feel internally, how we feel instinctively.